it's Meagan Clanahan. Welcome back to another episode of Houston Moms on the Move. This is our series designed to inspire, engage, encourage you in this time of motherhood. And we always pick an amazing mom in and around the greater Houston community who is doing big things in their workplace and at home, and they get to share all of their wisdom with us and also the things they wish they would have known, the things that they know now. I am thrilled to have Kory Blum with us. She is not only, well, you guys, if I said the last name, you probably know who her husband is. So Jeff Blum, who is a reporter, or what do we call him? Do we say anchor for
Broadcaster, I guess would be
broadcaster?
technical term, yeah. Color
But
commentator.
for Space City Network and the home of our Houston Astros. So we all know and recognize his voice, but this is his better half. I think he would say that too. Kory, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Absolutely. So you have an incredible design business. So tell us a little bit about what that is and kind of how it started, because I love your story.
Yeah. So, it just came from a passion from a young age, just, rearranging your room and all the things, telling my mom this is what I wanted. Yeah, that just kind of evolved as I got older. And of course, with, owning a home and putting your own touches on it and all that good stuff. But because, Jeff traveled as much as he did, we had several homes. He's been through so many cities. We were in San Diego, Tampa, Phoenix, here in Houston, Chicago, Montreal. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So in doing that and having my children in tow, you're always trying to, because I'm there for months on end, always trying to make it feel like home. And so in doing that, we, had a home base in California. That's where we're both from. And we did that home and loved it, and then decided, let's build. And this whole entire time, I'm momming. I have little ones, and they're probably in elementary school at this point, and decided, you know what, I'm going to go back to school. Crazy. They're in like 4th and 5th grade. And I kind of want to like do this a little bit more. And so we built a house. I really, really engaged in a mentor that I looked up to in design. And she kind of, showed me the ropes while I was going to school. And so that's kind of how it evolved, really. It was kind of organic. I wanted to know more about the business while I was building. And then it just kind of was like one person after another And so I built this business, and 11 years later, here we are. And yeah, it's been great. It's been a love. It's a passion, and it becomes easy. So I wouldn't necessarily call it work, but yeah, it's great. I'm very
I love
blessed.
it. So I would encourage anyone to go follow her on Instagram
Oh, thank
because
you.
you will be like inspired. If you're like me, I'm not. I'm not very good at the design thing. So like for people like you, I'm like always in awe. I'm like, how do you see that? Like I just like put up a candle and maybe like a little succulent and I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
Um, so for those of us who are challenged, Kory's gonna be your gal. So, but she mentioned like you were doing this all while raising children. Now tell us what you have, because we're moms of multiples. So
Yes.
tell us about
Yes.
your family.
So we had Mia in 2003. She's going to be 22 soon, and she's going to be graduating from college, which is crazy. So we have a 22-year-old, and then we had triplets in 2005. So kind of happened like boom, boom, boom. Didn't have much time to think. And yeah, so they're just amazing, amazing kids. I really, we just feel so blessed. Triplets were not something everyone always asks. And yes, it is a little bit of, I don't know how you feel, but it is a personal thing. I feel terrible when I hear people ask, but then it's like, well, it was natural for us. We didn't have to go through IVF and whatnot. But yeah, so it was a huge surprise. At first it was twins. And then we went back 6 weeks later and there was another one. I said, well, I'm not coming back. Like if there's another one in there, I don't know what we're going to do. So, yeah, it was a huge surprise. Our family just went from, cutesy to enormous. And,
Wow.
yeah.
That is incredible. Spontaneous triplets.
Yep. All girls. And we have 2 identical and a fraternal.
Okay.
So yeah. And within Mia was born and it was 11 months later, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did they
digest.
do? I mean, I carried twins, and so I mean, you're always like kind of like not always high risk, but like there's just like high
Yes.
risk with multiples and all of that. How did they do in
Yes.
the whole NICU
Yes.
baby process?
That was, well, uh, going back to when we found out, they said, you have triplets. And when I saw them, they looked very, very close in proximity, kind of scary close. And I thought they were going to say like Siamese twins or something like that. But then they came back with this crazy term of monoamniotic. And so I learned a lot right away. And yes, it was super high risk. I went into the hospital at 24 weeks. They just wanted to get him to viability, which is, I think, 28 weeks, maybe earlier now, but at that point it was 28 weeks. And we delivered at 31 weeks, 2 days. So got pretty far. The hospital is not a place for me.
Amen.
That was an experience. I tried my hardest. Great people, great doctors. I had one of the best teams in California. I was at Saddleback Hospital. So I was in good hands. But a lot of faith. We were really tested and we got through it. I really had no doubt that the girls were going to be okay. There were a couple of times where they said, oh, well, Kayla has a club foot. I was like, I don't even know what that is. So, again, like this is before internet really took off. I mean, we're still plugging into the wall. So, you did your best to research and be ready and have all the strollers and the things. And, the Houston wives, the Astro wives, we weren't even with Houston at the time. And they threw me a sweet little like shower through the mail. Just people just, it was amazing, really, truly was amazing. And so, my job was to incubate and get these babies into the world. And so that's what I did. I just focused on that. And turns out I have my best friend ended up having triplets years later. My cousin, who is also our nanny, we'll get into that. Speaking of like villages, she had triplets. So now we're surrounded. Yeah, we're surrounded by all these amazing kids. And so yeah, it's
That's so fun. But
yeah,
did
but
you ever, I think you mentioned faith, that they would get here. And I think that's what we
yeah,
kind of have to, at least that's what I leaned on,
yeah,
with mine. I was like, they're going to get here. We are going to
yeah,
get them here.
yes,
Was
most
that a
important.
big part of kind of what shaped your motherhood journey?
My faith,
Hmm.
absolutely. Absolutely. I really honestly don't know where I would be without it. And they taught me a lot. I wasn't, I was very, very spontaneous. What do I feel in the moment and not routine at all. I had to learn quickly. And that's kind of, I think, what my kids taught me. Mia, I think probably if she could have, would have beat me over the head. That's how she got my attention with the routine. And because baseball isn't, I mean, as routine as the game is, the life is absolutely not. It's not normal. You have your kids out until 10 o'clock because you want them to see dad, and you want to get out of the house, honestly. So my life was not routine at all until I had children. I think that was the biggest takeaway for me.
Mm.
But Mia was that girl, paved the way. She all she wanted was structure, and she's the same person to this day. But she got my attention, and I was like, okay, babe, I don't think I can go to the games. This girl's got to be fed, bathed, and nighttime routine was essential for her. And so that's what we did. And I should thank her, actually, because she was the one who, she got my mom, structure established. And so, yeah, when the triplets came, it was all about structure and schedules. And right. Like, did you have like the little log where you're like, okay, this person ate at this time,
I had
medicine.
an entire book until they were 12 months old.
Yeah.
And it was like they ate this many ounces, and we were on a feeding journey with my girl who was baby
Mm-hmm.
B. But yeah, so I
Baby
mean,
B.
every ounce, every nap, like everyone would have to notate it. And I would get real big mad. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I should say I sound different than you. I'm a total type A. So this kind of spoke to a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, but I took it to like the nth degree. And then I found out like later that like I kind of scared people from helping me because like I wanted just I was
Yeah.
terrified. And I mean, for backstory, and some of our listeners know I have a girl who has a congenital heart defect. And so we knew that she was going to need surgery
Mm-hmm.
at some point. We didn't know when that was coming. It ended up coming
Mm-hmm.
at 14 and 15 months of age. And so our
Mm-hmm.
job at that point was just to get her big enough and to have the surgery to have a
Yeah.
good outcome. But also, again, control freak, like Death Star, like holding on to this. And but it turns out I kind of maybe pushed away a little my village. And as I talk to moms now who are kind of going through stuff, I want to remind them like embrace the help. And I
Yeah.
think you and I grew up similarly in like the era of like we just did a lot of it ourselves, right? Like
Yeah. We saw our
and
moms doing it. We're like, we can do this.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so when did you kind of lean into your village? And what, like, I mean, obviously, I think when you have four under, you would have had four under like two. Is
Uh-huh.
that right? Or four under three?
Yeah. When Mia was born, sorry, when the triplets were born, Mia was 15 months. Yeah.
Golly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
So it's a forced lean into the village.
oh, it is. It really is. And thankfully, I'm so grateful, one, to my mom, and that we're super close. And she's the type of person that could be into my things. And like when you have people in your home when the babies are that little,
Yeah.
yeah, I had help. I had a daytime and a nighttime nurse. We tried to do it as the kids came home slowly.
Hmm.
It wasn't feasible. Even if it wasn't, it was during the season. The girls were born May 3rd. So not having a husband home, I had to have some
Yeah.
support. So for a little while there, I had, my mom, I had aunts, I had people kind of on rotation that were like scheduled in a way to come over and just not really do too much, but come over, hold a baby,
Yeah.
feed. They were all on heart monitors. I mean, the drill. It was a lot. It was stressful. You're just trying to get like the baby to drink an ounce or two. It
Yes.
wasn't a lot. At that point, it was like mLs we're talking about.
Yes.
So, heart monitors were going off, babies were stopping, they're not breathing, they're turning white. And people are like, oh my God, freaking out. And we're like, it's okay. It's okay. You know, you just got to do this. And they take this giant breath and they're back and the color. I mean, it's crazy what we went through. I swear, I feel like I could have, between my daughter having meningitis the first 6 weeks of her life and dealing with that, I feel like I kind of have a medical degree in a way.
Yeah.
So it was
No,
crazy.
it's so funny. I went to some appointment because we're still seeing cardiologists and heart doctors and
Yes.
whatnot. And I was like writing stuff down, and they're like, are you a nurse or? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, babe. I just, I've just done this for 16 years. So I'm like writing like technical terms like PRN and like, they're like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
um,
you have to be an advocate,
yeah,
honestly, for you and your children. And we're so grateful. Kayla had her, and tell me if I'm wrong, because you're probably going to know, is it the PSA valve?
yeah,
Okay.
it's either PSA or PDA. PDA, I think.
Okay. So that closed.
It was open.
It was open and it
Yeah.
closed. So that's a thing with preemies.
Yes.
That usually happens. And you know, you're I don't remember the terminology, but in your belly, that normally closes. Hers didn't close for, I think they said it was like a year that it might take. And it took about that. So I feel, yeah, like it was tough.
It's so much.
Yeah, it's so much.
But
It's so
here we
stressful.
are. I
Here we
mean,
are, and it
and
closed. Kayla wasn't born with a club foot. Ava and Audrey, they told us, monoamniotic babies. They threw everything at us. It was so scary. They said they could be born, brain bleeds, spina bifida, twin to twin transfusion. There was, I mean, you name it. They were like, the monoamniotic is really scary. So they wanted us, and I'll go down this road real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but on this, um, just as a testimony to our faith, they said all these things, and they said, you should probably reduce. So that's what they call in this world, that's what they call it, reducing, not abortion, not any of those terms. So oh, people do it all the time, especially with IVF. That's what they say, to make you feel better. And, and everyone has their own stuff and their own situation, but I knew this was not something that I could live with, nor was going to do. I was like, listen, I was given these babies. It wasn't necessarily, planned, but I feel like, and I honestly, I will never use the term God will only give you, what you can handle, because he won't, he'll give you much more.
yes,
much, much more. I just figured, I mean, they're going to be the most amazing humans, no matter what elements. So I want to give them a chance. And so when they were born, we're talking about Kayla not having a club foot and, her valve shutting. They were born. I was laying there. Obviously, you're on this crazy bed with your arms out. And I just kept asking, how's Kayla? How's Kayla? She's fine. She's fine. How's Ava? How's Audrey? They're fine. They're fine. And it was the most relief. And I was like, I know God's in this room. I know he was with me the whole time. It was incredible. And, we just kind of had faith that it would be okay. And that no matter what, he's going to show up. He's going to show up in everything, whether my kids were born with spina bifida, they couldn't walk, they were wheelchair bound, he's going to show up. And so yeah, it was a lot. It was heavy.
yeah.
And at 26, I had my babies when Mia was 20. I was 26 with Mia, 27 with the triplets. That's young.
You were a baby.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I was
I
young.
have to tell you, Kory, we don't usually cry this early on in the show, but that just did it for me. That brought back a lot. Thank you for sharing that, because
Yeah.
truly I experienced something similar. I mean, they're like Quinn could have Downs, what there are all these litanies. She may not survive delivery,
Mm-hmm.
XYZ. God, let it be. Like, whatever
Yeah.
may come will come. And, she's 15 and she's playing on the basketball court.
I love it.
And she's active as all get out. And I can't keep up with her social life. So, um, you know,
Needless to say, she's doing great. And I look at my girls sometimes. I don't know if you ever just take a step back. And I don't think about that time or like not, but I look at them and I'm like, that he created them for such a purpose, and our family would not have been complete without them. It wasn't planned. It was obviously not something that I was even like equipped to handle. But back to like the village, these, everyone stepped in. They came, they fed, they burped, they changed diapers. I had a sign on the front of the house, of the, the door of the house, as like, come in, you're welcome, wash your hands, just come in, wash your hands. And that was kind of it. And everyone just showed up and showed us love and made food. And they would have to chase me around with sandwiches. It was just, you're like running around. And yeah, it was absolutely madness. I recently was going through like logs and I'm like, this was my day. Like, what? This is insane. So a lot of it, the girls will ask me questions. I don't know about you. And I'm like, guys, I don't remember. I'm so sorry. Where I had like a log and I had a calendar for Mia, like her first steps, her first this, a video of her walking. Triplets, I was like, you're here. You're alive.
There's a picture of you.
Yeah, there's tons of pictures of you.
Here's the CCs you ate on October 11th.
Yes. All that documentation. Don't really know when you learned to go potty, but oh man, I think the best advice I ever got from someone was, because it was so stressful, every little like milestone for them, right? Yeah. It was like, are they going to do this on time? Are they going to do this on time? And then you go to the doctor and you're like, so they were all like percentiles, incredible, off the charts. And by the way, they're all taller than me. They're no issues. None of my girls wear glasses. None of them have hearing loss, nothing. Like you'd never know.
I mean, obviously it sounds like your village was super important during those early years, but whether we like slept walk through it or whatever we did to like kind of like be in that survival mode, then you kind of get into this, like this mode where they're like actual little people and then big people doing things. And you have four. How did you balance all of that while still supporting a husband with demanding job and growing your own situation with your design business?
I would say family is number one for us. It's number one. We have non-negotiables in our house. And so wherever I could fill those other moments was where my business went. And if I couldn't do it, I couldn't do it. And I am so grateful because I have the most amazing clients that most of them are moms, and they get it. So it was difficult at times, but again, it was like they all play volleyball all through high school and junior high, and some of them did other things, dabbled in other things. And then of course their social lives, but non-negotiables for us is I took them to school. I picked them up. I was at all their games. I did pretty much every single travel volleyball. Me was on the travel volleyball team with HJV. So, that was demanding, but I could bring my computer. I could do a lot of the things I needed to remotely, thankfully. And people were patient, but the work that I do is not quick. So it takes a little bit of time. So it just worked. And I have great people, in my business that help. I have someone who does my back office stuff. I told you that's not me. I am very, from motherhood, I have taken so many things that I learned and put them into my business. So I've learned to be a little bit more, organized and in that regard. But yeah, so you
You
just
made
make
it
it
work.
work. But like,
Yeah.
it was difficult, and
Yeah.
I never wanted my kids to feel like that was first, because it never was. That wasn't important to me. I think as moms, as women, we need to remember, if we are moms, if that's what we decided, it's the most important job you're ever going to have. We don't get a do-over. We don't work. I can do something a little bit different. You're always going to make mistakes, but we don't get to make up that one, state championship game where you were on the phone, or we just don't. So
Yeah.
for me, it was, and with my husband gone a lot, I had to be present,
Yeah.
especially in those times. You're in it right now, 15, high school's important. It's
Hmm.
so important to be there. And it's not necessarily for deep moments, it's just for everyday moments. Someone taught me, kids talk in the car. It's that's just where they do their talking. And so I always wanted that. And the table, we ate dinner every single night.
Yeah.
So I had my hours, and I still, to this day, even though my kids aren't home, I still have to respect those. And I ask my clients the very get-go, like, you know I'll respect your business hours. These are my hours. I know that some people are busy working all day long, but you got to have that. I don't really think there's a
Yeah.
balance. I think it's just, there's boundaries.
The boundaries are so important.
Yeah.
I love what you also said about the car time because we were kind of chatting offline. I mean,
Yeah.
my kids are 15 and like there's like pick up, drop off. Like I think I did that the entire day Sunday.
Yeah.
Um, and at the same time, I came home that night and I like pounded out a post and I'm like, oh, this is really hard because it is hard in the moment. Like
It is.
it is hard when you're like, so when do I actually get to eat? Like
Mm-hmm.
when do I get to sit?
Yeah.
But like it's really hard to replace that like mom's not there. Like so mom's gonna be there. So if
Mm-hmm.
you email me at 3:05, for instance, that I need to pick you up from a test, I'm like we're going to make
Mm-hmm.
it happen. And
Mm-hmm.
so flexibility I think is huge. And I think most working moms would say that that is something um that is so important. I think has
Mm-hmm.
like it's improved since COVID. People have appreciated more of the flexible working hours for moms so that we can do
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
and do all of the things that we do
Yeah.
and sit down. And some weeks I think, and you would probably say this too, like it just like the grenade's gonna land and it's just not going to be the week. So how
Yeah.
do you give yourself grace in those moments? For me, it was like buying the rotisserie chicken from the grocery store and a little can of gravy and like microwaving some green beans. I'm like,
It
still dinner.
works. Still dinner. Honestly, I have spent many nights eating um, cereal and red wine.
Hopefully not in the same bowl because like
No, 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 no. People
the
get it
extra
confused. Like,
sip
I
would
don't
hit as
even,
well.
yeah, I don't do them at the same time, but it's like
Yeah.
one and then the other.
Yeah.
But there are many nights, and that's mostly when my kids were, I wasn't feeding them, or I didn't have a chance to eat and I was doing stuff on the go. Or now we're empty nesters and my husband's gone, and I'm like, what am I going to make myself? I'm like, alone. And I love to cook. I love to cook,
Yeah.
but cooking for yourself is not as fun, or
It's
yeah.
sort of lame. I
It,
don't know. Like I fed my kids the other night like something good and I was like, well, that's not what am I getting? I don't know. I
I,
just
yeah.
but you did make, and I have to give a shout out to your Instagram because again, Instagram
Oh,
stalker, you did the fried rice that your bestie
oh
made.
my, I have been trying to do her fried rice since the girls were home,
Yeah.
and hers is like literally the best. And it just so happens we were in California recently, and she was like, I'm making fried rice and da 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 da, and she had all these things. And I was like, stop. I'm videoing this for the girls because now my girls are in college and they want to cook and they want like, these are great meals that you can like make in bulk and then just like store. And they're always looking for those types. So I videoed it and and I was like, wait a minute, I got to do this for everyone. Like everyone's got to know her. And she's my best friend with triplets. So you saw that walk, like the thing is like huge.
It was a beautiful recipe too.
Oh, yeah. And so easy. And well, she made it look so easy. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, I watched it. So you all make sure you go look at Kory's Instagram because his video is really good. If you need something that looks like it would be really good for like bulk prep, meal prep, kids would eat it. I'm allergic to eggs, so I won't be trying it with the egg, but everything else, bueno.
Yes.
So that kind of leads us into, so I can respect your time, rapid fire.
Okay. Rapid fire.
Because obviously we like to eat, like people like to eat. And Houston y'all have been all over.
Houston is the best place to eat. I've easily gained 10 pounds and I'm okay with it being here because it's amazing. The food's amazing.
That's good. I mean, we have everything you could ever want. So what is your favorite family-friendly restaurant in Houston?
On the Curb, hands down. I think if you ask all of my family where we would go as a family, if we're just going to have like a nice, there's great, wonderful high-end restaurants, but if you're just like every day, I would say definitely On the Curb. I love their free range. They've got organic options. They have beef tallow option for your fries.
They do.
So they're sneaky good.
So. Okay. I love this recommendation. In 14 months of doing videos, nobody has said On the Curb. So I'm assuming you're referring to the original one off Kirby, right?
Yes. So we've gone to that one. Now we moved recently from Katy to Houston and they had opened one in Katy, off Spring Green, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's where I was like, this is a great place. They have a great patio. They've got the game on. They've got wonderful happy hours. There's a lot of kids. So I think it's real family friendly.
So,
and something for everyone.
Funny you should say this. So I live 3 minutes from that one in Katy off Spring Green.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. We literally live down Spring Green and Fry.
So I love On the Curb because I can like cut through that parking lot and then we do all of our girls' nights there.
Love it.
We just rent out a big table and their food is delicious. They always have like, it's either half price wine or burgers or buy one, get one burgers, pizza night, whatever.
Yeah. I know. And there's something for everyone. Honestly, that menu is, they did a great job.
Huge fan of On the Curb and my kids like going. So, okay. I 100% approve the suggestion and we are going to chat where you lived after this.
Meet you at the Curb.
Favorite meal to make that everyone likes that you don't have to think about?
Gosh, if I ask my girls, because they come home from college and like, okay, what do you guys want? And meal planning, they would say, and I would probably say, yes, that's at the top of the list, is salmon with a lemon dilber blanc and rice and roasted broccoli.
Okay. Yeah. See, we're supposed to be besties. That's literally our Sunday night meal. Which, by the way, if you don't want to make your own lemon dill sauce, HEB has a great one. That's a lemon dill caper one. And it's like sold by their little, like where they do the presentations and whatnot by the seafood meat counter. It's sold right there and it's delicious.
Okay.
And you can dip almost anything in it, but we do that as well with rice and roasted broccoli.
Yeah. So good. The girls love it. And I love that it's, healthy and
it's healthy and it's a good, we call it our Kickstarter for the week meal. So we call it like our Sunday night kickstart, like let's recalibrate all the damage we did Friday and Saturday.
Nice. I love it.
We'll have some rice.
Yeah. We'll all feel right. again.
We, all of a sudden just dropped 10 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so think back to when your girls were younger or
Okay.
even now.
Okay.
Favorite place to take your kid. Now I could guess one.
Okay. So I would say now, if I had kids now, and I'll do that since we're in the present, I would say Great Wolf Lodge,
Mm.
hands down. Isn't it like an hour from here? It's down south.
Oh, they do have one down there. Okay.
Yes, yes. It's really nice. Like I never have even been. We went to the grand opening and I was like, wow, this is like Disney level. So it's a nice one. It's great.
Yeah.
I would definitely take them there. And going back, it's still there. You can definitely go, but the Butterfly Museum, I think it's the Natural.
HMNS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. We loved that place. The girls still, I think we went a couple of years ago and yeah, they still love to go. So
There's
lots of
always
memories.
something to see there. There's one location in Sugarland and then they have the one
Mm,
downtown. So, but like
yeah.
you didn't say Astros. I was expecting you to say Astros.
Oh, well, that's a given. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, the girls love yeah, they love an Astros game. This season was tough. It was a tough one, but it's okay. It's all right.
I rebuild. It's
Yeah.
it's going to
Yep.
be fine. It was we make it a day date.
I love
Uh,
it.
that we try to do every month
Okay.
once the season starts, that my husband and I will just like take off work on a Wednesday or Thursday and we love like a good day date.
Mm,
The
same.
Astros, and it's less crowded, we don't have to worry about what the kids are doing, and it's so
I
fun.
love that.
We get to see
Yeah.
our players close up, but win or lose they still
I know. I know. I
Kenya
know.
style.
Yes.
They still have my
Yes.
heart.
Yes. I know. They're great. It'll
But
be fine.
okay, so favorite thing to do in your own time. Now you have a little more own
Yes.
time,
Yes.
but still you're busy working,
Yeah.
and doing all the
Yep.
things and balancing the husband and travel and Astros and girls that are in college who have needs, who still need their mama.
Yeah.
What do you do that's just for you?
I'm a big bather. So every single night, it's great. I cook, Jeff does the dishes, I'm in the bath. That's just our routine. And I just disconnect. It's like my time to kind of like, reset.
Yeah.
And so that's a given. That's kind of like my dailies that I do, or, my bath in the evening and my quiet time in the morning. Yeah. And aside from that, I mean, I'm a girl. So take me to the spa. I get my nails done, facial, massage. I'm not like, I love it all. Yeah. So I love a good, self-care. Yeah.
Yeah. That I think that's where like younger moms can kind of grasp from this, is that, do the little things every day. So whether it's 10 minutes that you
Mm-hmm.
need to spend, that's like your quiet
Mm-hmm.
time in the morning, whether that's meditation and the word, whatever you're
Mm-hmm.
doing, or if you can even run a hot bath for 15 minutes, like it will change
It really will. It will
it
change
just,
the day is gone. It just melted away. There's
yeah.
something, I swear there's something scientific that is behind this, but I swear it works.
I fully subscribe. I'm a bather as well. And like I think if you light a candle and it feels like for a minute it's just you.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
noise evaporates. And I think the same people feel the same way on a walk. Like, I mean, I like to
Yes.
walk, but there is
Yes.
something about, I don't know, that feels luxurious about a bath. That like I'm worthy of
Yeah. Of taking the time out for
like a little
yourself.
bath time and being like, do not open that door.
Yeah. Yeah. Or else.
Like, and I don't even care if you're my husband. Do not, like,
Yeah.
he's made that
Mm-mm.
decision a couple of times, and I'm like, this is not your time, my friend. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my time.
Fully
You
agree.
can wait. If
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We've been married for 22. How long? Y'all are
We'll be
24.
25 in
Okay.
January. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
you know how it
yeah.
is. We're just
Yeah.
like, you can.
Yeah. Exit stage right, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, serious question. And it's the last
Okay.
rapid fire, which rapid
Okay.
fire never is as rapid as I think it's going to be. That's my fault. Favorite thing about being a mom?
It's so rewarding. So much more than like it's a constant reward, I feel like. And sometimes when they're younger, you don't, get that, right away. But yeah, they're just watching these people become, young ladies and women. And I'm just always in awe of them. And I didn't have a hand in that, honestly. Like I just was here to kind of give them and equip them and support them. So I just think it's my favorite part is just watching them um, create their own space in this world.
Yeah.
And yeah, and be strong women. And I don't know, all of it. I love all of it. Gosh, that's a terrible answer.
It isn't though, because I mean, I think that's the joy in all of this hard work, all of the charting, all
All the
of the
charting.
all of the charting, all of the sleepless nights, all of the things you get to see these gifts come to
Yeah.
fruition.
Yeah.
Um,
And it never stops. Everyone tells me that. And I have wonderful, wonderful mentors, great parents, an aunt and uncle. We just saw them in Napa recently. And, I'm so grateful for the people around us that have, that we can say, hey, this is going on. Like, what would you do? And how would you handle it? And yeah, so it's the whole thing has just been incredible. And I didn't want to have kids. That's the craziest part. I grew up with younger brothers and sisters, and I was like, nope, I know that's tough. I've been through it. And so, yeah, when I had my first baby, and my friends were like, wait, what's going on? This is not, if we had more time, we could go down that road, but it wasn't. I just, and so it's been incredible. Yeah. So it's my
I
favorite thing.
I
And I
love that it was
love
so unexpected for
all of
you.
it.
Like
Yeah.
the journey was unexpected and that you would fall in love with that journey too.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
incredible. The best thing I've ever done. Yeah. So, and I have 4 little besties. They're not little,
Yeah.
they're taller than me, but yeah, they're the best. I'm so
And now you
grateful.
can say besties because I
Yeah.
will say, like, I have, like, with the 15-year-old, I'm like, you're not my bestie yet. Like, because you're
No,
still under
no.
my thumb. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Let's be very clear about that because I am, yes, I believe wholeheartedly that you can't be friends with them.
yeah,
Yeah. You can't. It doesn't work. So it's tough because
it's
I was not popular and you're probably not either because your
it.
husband's not. So you have to be kind of, I'm bad cop no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he's always coming in like, hey, I got new merchandise and bobbleheads
Yes.
and let's play. And I'm over here like, no, we have a schedule. We've got to be here. We've got to be there. And they're like, mom, you're so boring.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it is like it's the journey and the role that we play. And like, I mean, it is what it is for right now. But I mean, I was like rage texting and like Matt's offshore. Like, what is he gonna do right now?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just like, she says this and but I'm not supposed to be her best friend right now. Like I am
no,
supposed to help guide, lead, um, she's gonna be her own person. She's gonna make decisions, but I hope that they're like well-informed decisions. And um I'm here to give all the information.
Yeah.
But I do see glimpses though, I will say, and you probably saw it with your girls too, like where there's glimpses we're talking about like new boyfriends and things. And I can get it like excited about that. And I think that's fun. And she wants to share with me about all of that. Um, which gives me just kind of insight to maybe what it will look like 4 or 5 years from now. But until then, I still need you to do your homework.
Yes.
And you're
Yes. And
still
we
going
have
to go
those
to
moments.
basketball and
Yeah.
do the things. So, Kory,
Yeah.
this was such a fun conversation. You were so, so generous with your time, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We're going to have to, circle back to the, maybe meet on the curb and
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We are going to pop in the show notes below where you can find Kory on Instagram. And so if you would like to get some inspirational ideas on home design, and the stuff is good, guys. Like I looked at
Thank
it
you. That's
and I
sweet.
was like, I need some help. Well, we've all known that. But go check out Kory Blum Design. I did it. I said I
Okay. You're
wasn't gonna
good.
do it. Kory Blum Design. They're Blummers, y'all.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Uh-huh.
know if you're
Blummers.
familiar. Um, so y'all go look at them up, and then we will be back next month. And it might even be the new year then. With another
Ooh.
Houston mom who is on the move. Until then, we always love seeing y'all and hearing your comments. So chime in below. Thanks so much, Kory.
Thank you.